Before we get into all of that, though, let's start with the monetary policy. South Africa's central bank has kept its benchmark rate on hold in a unanimous decision by the Monetary Policy Committee. Now, the regulator there says the risks to consumer price inflation have essentially tilted to the upside. The rate of increase in consumer prices isn't expected to breach the top end of the bank's target range, anywhere between 3 to 6%, at least not during the target forecast horizon. But the committee does say that rising oil prices and possible higher electricity tariffs do pose significant risks. Still in South Africa, it was widely expected that the public sector wage talks had been pretty much settled, done and dusted. Government representatives presented a compromise deal to the unions for their ratification, but at least 2 unions rejected it. CGTN's Angela Coppola has this report.
The Public Servants Association and the National Union of Public Service and Allied Workers Union have refused to sign the public sector wage deal. It's about CPI-linked increases, housing allowances and danger pay or insurance.
When we went back to we agreed with other unions to put a demand on a sliding scale. But when we went back for mandate, our members were very clear to say we cannot allow the union discriminating among its members.
The unions are also cautious because previous wage deals and negotiations saw unions agreeing to resolve outstanding issues with government after wage deals had been signed, but to no avail.
Such outstanding issues remain part of our agenda. Even these days, even on this agreement, we're still talking about outstanding issues from 2007, which has not been addressed, and outstanding issues from 2010, which are still not addressed, and now we're adding onto that list.
While public sector unions differ on political matters, they say they are unified on the need to stick to their guns when it comes to protecting their members' rights.
No worker in this country or elsewhere in the world would give consent to taking of any of the rights that they currently have. Workers expect of us as trade unions to protect and improve their rights.
The negotiations have been underway for 8 months now and the sides seem no closer to resolution. There's a hardening of positions, in fact.
Definitely there will be resistance. We expect the government to resist, to try and resist, but we are also ready to take to the street.
If the threat of industrial action doesn't force the government back to the negotiating table, it's very likely that the public sector, including the police, the hospitals and all the other services that citizens rely on, will come to a complete standstill. I'm Angela Coppola for CGTN in Cape Town, South Africa.